Sobo, I'm Niyi.com. How do you get yourself to work out, train when you don't really feel like doing it? I'm sure everyone out there can relate. There's been days where you wake up, you don't feel like training, after school, you don't feel like going to practice. You know you need to do it, but you don't feel like doing it. So first, let's talk about the consequences if you don't figure this out. So if you never figure out how to get yourself to train when you don't feel like it, you're going to end up, number one, not training as much. Number two, when you do train, you're not going to train as hard. And three, you're not going to be willing to try as many new things as the other athletes will, or athletes who get big time results. And so if you continue to approach training like that, the inevitable result will be that you will not reach your goals. So you will not go to the NBA, you will not go to the NFL, you will not make it pro, you will not go D1. You will not make it to the next level. There's far too many athletes out there who are willing to put in the work that if you don't, you definitely aren't going to go far. And so if you don't learn how to get yourself to train when you don't feel like it, to discipline yourself, to take the action you need to take when you don't feel like it, you're going to suffer. Now, if you do figure out how to get yourself to train when you don't feel like it, you will have an incredible edge over all of your competition, and you will see results that only others dream about. And the reason I can say that with all confidence is that because not only have I benefited from that as someone who didn't have, all the talent, or I wasn't bigger and faster and stronger than everybody, but I have not only seen that in myself, and it was the reason why I was able to go to the league and go D1 and earn myself a scholarship, become an All-American. But I've seen that at every stage that I've ever played. It's the guys who are able to train and go hard even when they don't feel like it. They're the ones who achieve the big time results. And so what this is going to mean for you if you learn how to do this is that you're going to train more, you're going to train harder, and you're going to get better a lot faster than other people will. And the results will show on the field or court, because we all know that if you don't practice, you don't get better. And what that's going to mean to you even more is that you're going to eventually, because you're able to apply the skill to your training and compound it over time, you will reach and exceed most of your wildest goals and dreams. Now, this is only if you figure out how to do this and figure out how to get yourself to take action and train hard even when you don't feel like it. All right. Now, again, I've seen this with my athletes that I've shown how to do this. Not only has that happened with them, but it's also happened with me and my ability to get myself to do things that I don't feel like doing, and it's gotten me big time results. Now, would that be something you want to learn? I take it is, because you're here right now. So let's go about this. So I'm not going to give you any fancy, I'm not going to tell you about a pre-workout drink you need to drink before workouts or some cool new piece of technology. What I am going to show you is a different way to think, because any of you who follow me know that I believe that what you think about, your beliefs, your mindset leads to your emotions, and your emotions lead to your actions. Actions lead to results. So the reason why you aren't working hard and why you don't feel like working out is because of how you feel. Now, anyone who's ever gone hard or been excited for a workout is because you had a certain feeling that allowed you to get the most out of that workout. Now, I'm going to show you how to get the type of feelings that you need to get, and it's a very simple process that you do before each workout. So the first thing you need to do, if you want to learn how to get yourself to work out, even when you don't want to, is you got to be aware, right? But the first thing you have to do is identify what is the goal. What is it that you want out of the particular workout or training session? Now, this is where it sounds pretty simple, but a lot of people don't do this. They approach a workout session and they're focused on all the things that they don't want. They're focused on how they're tired or how they had a long day at school. Well, nobody asked you, what type of day you had at school. Why are you here right now? Why is it important that you're here at this training session? Because if it's not important, then leave. But why are you here? What's the goal? So the purpose always should be to get better, whether it's faster, stronger, where you will work on a certain type of footwork, or whatever it is that your purpose of, whatever the purpose of that particular training session is or workout. So identify what the goal is. That's G. Identify what the goal is. All right. The second step is P. Now, P is for purpose. You have to identify in your mind before you work out, even when you don't feel like it, all the reasons why you need to go hard during this workout and exhaust that list. The reason should be, you should be able to go on and on. So think about what is going to benefit you if you go hard in this workout. Start to think about all the good things that can happen. So let's say it's Tuesday and you got practice and it's full pads. You have a game on Friday. This is for a football player. It's Tuesday and you don't feel like practicing. Identify what it's going to mean for you if you start off this Tuesday with lots of high energy and full intensity. Identify what that's going to look like on Wednesday, Thursday, and ultimately the game Friday. Think about all the great benefits that can happen to you, to your team, everyone involved. Think about all the great things that can come as a result of you going hard. Think about you reaching your goals where you ultimately want to go. Start thinking about that. And this is actually something you should write down. And I'm going to give you a PDF after this where you can print it out, put it in your locker, or put it in your workout bag so you can start doing this. So P is purpose. Identify all the reasons why this is hella important, why this is absolutely important that you get the most from this workout. Now also identify what is the cost of you not going hard. So this is another reason why. We need to motivate ourselves with both the carrot and the stick. So you got to be able to say, what's going to happen if I don't go hard? What if I make this a habit? What's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Where will I be? I'll probably be overweight, not playing my sport, complaining, wishing I would have gone hard. Start thinking about all the regrets you may have if you don't go hard today. This is how you motivate yourself. This is how you get yourself to do something even when you don't want to do it. Identify the deep, strong reasons why this is going to benefit you and how it will hurt you if you don't do it. So G is go. First, identify what it is that you want out of a particular workout or training session. 2 is purpose, meaning why is this so important? Why is this so important? Now 3 is S, which is strategy. Notice GPS, really easy to understand. Strategy. What is the strategy for how you're going to approach this practice? All right. Now, usually when I ask athletes this, they say things like, well, yeah, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go hard, in practice. Well, I know you're going to go hard. That's probably the goal, and there's a purpose behind that, right? But how are you going to do that? So what things are you going to do right now to ensure and make it easier for you to do all the things you have to do? So let's take an athlete who's going to work out and doesn't feel like working out. Number 1, get some music ready. Put together a playlist, that's going to make sure that puts you in a state of mind that you need to be in order to work out with as much intensity as you can. Number 2, get yourself a workout partner. So find a partner, somebody who's going to be there to help motivate you and hold you accountable. Don't just go to the gym alone if you don't have to. If you have somebody that can come with you, that can work out with you, then do that. See, this is all part of the strategy. Now, this is going to change for every workout session, but it's neither here nor there. Identify the strategy, the how you're going to accomplish your goal. So how are you going to get the most out of this session? You got to start thinking. So when you start to get tired, what are you going to tell yourself in order to get yourself to do more reps? Because we all know that at a certain point of a workout, you're going to get tired. And you're going to start telling yourself things to take it easy. You have to be aware of that. It's like a general. A general doesn't just go, approach a war and say, yeah, we're gonna kill them all. We're gonna defend the country. I know you're gonna do that, but how are you going to do that? What strategies are you going to employ? Where are you going to put your other soldiers? From what angle are you going to attack? What weapons are you going to use? So this is where you have to be really creative and identify how you're going to accomplish that goal. Now, when you get really good at this GPS, you can do it in a second. So when I go to work out, this is how I think. I say, what's the goal? Man, the goal is I'm trying to get strong today. I need to get strong. And why is this important? I need to lift heavy weights. Why is this important? It's because lifting weights gives me a lot of energy. And a lot of energy I need to accomplish my business goals, my personal goals, and my physical goals. And now if I don't approach this with full intensity, I'm wasting my time. And I'm stealing time and money from my family, my friends, and I'm taking away from all the people that I can benefit in this world through my products and my services. So you see, that actually gives me a lot more motivation to get it done. So I just went from feeling tired and lethargic to now having a sense of urgency about myself to accomplish what I need to accomplish. All right. So this is a quick, easy strategy for you to use. GPS. It's a way of thinking. There's no fancy gadgets you need. All you need to do is think differently, and your focus affects how you feel. And that emotional state that you need to take action is one. It has to be a sense of urgency about yourself that it's important. All the greatest athletes: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Messi, Ronaldo, all these guys that you guys admire. They are the ones who approach every single training session with maximum intensity. They don't stop. They don't take breaks. Every single day, it doesn't matter if they're playing in the worst team in the league, it's a preseason or a championship. Everybody knows what to expect from these guys. And if you're going to dominate your sport, if you're going to go if you're going to play pro, if you're going to go next level and beyond, you have to absolutely think this way. You have to approach every single training session with a sense of urgency and a desire to dominate every single rep, every set, every drill, every game, everything. All right? So do this. GPS. Click on the link below. You can download the PDF and use this, hang it up in your locker. At the end of the day, man, GPS is really simple. Do it in your mind before you go. List all the reasons why this is important, and you start to get this is better than any post-workout or pre-workout drink that you can take. All right, peace.